Girl, let's talk. My name is Jasmine. Welcome to another episode of Girl, Let's Talk. I have my cap on, so we're getting to business tonight. It is valentine, so I'm super excited. The girls and I are going out and we're gonna have some fun tonight. It's gonna be chill because it is a Thursday night. I have my bag. Let's get into it. I'm wearing black, so I don't know what kind of makeup look I'm gonna do. I'm thinking like a red lip since my dress is black. I'm wearing all black. Maybe I'll do something like that. But I'm no makeup guru. As you can tell by that, I am no makeup guru. So we're gonna see how this goes. I have not prepped my skin. Well, I had moisturized, but I haven't done anything else, so I'm gonna do that. I found this vanilla lip mask at Trader Joe's a few months ago and I loved it, and it was one of my empties of 2025, so I just stocked up on it because, you know, at Trader Joe's it's all trendy. Once it's gone, unless it's like a cult classic, and I don't know if this is going to be a cult classic. So it looks like this. It's just a vanilla lip mask. I think tonight I am going to actually use my tried and true. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Today I really want to talk about self-love. It is Valentine's Day, and so this is a standard conversation that you're going to see all over YouTube and social media and all sorts of other outlets, but I wanted to do my own take on it, and I want to share things I've done for my own journey. Self-love is an ever evolving, forever learning yourself and growing kind of process, at least for me. And so I'm at this point where, first of all, I love my 30s. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with myself, but it's still a process. So I want to share what I do in order to just feel confident in my skin, love myself, just be more comfortable. And once you love yourself, you attract beautiful things, whether it's a relationship or a friendship or a job. You know your worth. And so I just want to share what I think has worked for me. I want like little to medium coverage on my skin today. You know, if you watch any of the episodes, I'm dealing with this scarring from my glasses, so I want to cover that, of course, and then my acne, hyperpigmentation from before when I was in my teens, picking my face. Of course, I want to cover that a little bit, and I feel like it's a little bit prominent today, so we're gonna do medium coverage. I am using Superstay as my base. I love this. This is a 24-hour skin tint. It is, to me, more medium than lighter coverage, and it is very buildable. So I like it because you don't need a lot. This is, I think, an empty, honestly. I think this is an empty, so I'm only gonna use very little because that's all I got. It's a very good no makeup kind of foundation, if you know what I mean. The first thing I will say that has really helped me on this self-love and acceptance journey is just being kind to myself. We are really hard on ourselves. We critique ourselves. We're always, especially as when we're always comparing ourselves to someone else or a situation, we always feel like we can be better, or we're always looking at the glass half empty sometimes, and we don't really appreciate who we are. And one thing I've done is I've taken time to like just really be kind to myself and give myself grace and accept myself for who I am. I am in the skin I'm in. Can't change it. It's who I am. The best thing I can do is accept myself and just appreciate myself. I've noticed now that I'm more kind to myself, I really expect and only surround myself with people and situations that are kind to me. Once I feel like you have weird energy, or you're subconscious, like low-key putting me down, or just being weird, and there's like a hierarchy, which a lot of friendships, and that's another conversation for another day, a lot of friendships are like that. I'm out of there. I am all about the Irish goodbye. There's a lot of journals and prompts and things you can literally Google on how to start that. For me, I am a big journal kind of gal. I also just take care of myself and I slow down, and I'm very intentional with what I do, what I consume, whether it's social media, what I eat, the activities I do throughout the day. I'm just very cognizant and intentional on what I absorb, because sometimes I feel like we can mirror what we surround ourselves with. I know I can. Just be careful with that and be kind with yourself. Give yourself grace. We make mistakes. Things happen. You know, it is what it is. But we are always, or the goal is to be better than we were today, than we were yesterday, and even better tomorrow than we are today. And so that's all you can do. Slow down, give yourself some love, and be kind to yourself. Affirmations are great too. I need a little bit more coverage because the Super Stay is officially an empty, the first empty of 2025. I'm actually really sad about that. I am going to go in with another favorite of mine, which is the Face Bond, a foundation by Urban Decay. I have the color 33 Deep Neutral, so this is what it looks like here. I think they have primer in that foundation, so it's supposed to stay and last forever, and it really does. And a little goes a long way. In fact, I have a quarter size on the top because I usually warm up the product on my hand, but since I'm going out right after this, I don't want to, so I use the top. And I usually use a quarter size, and it covers my entire face. I don't want a really heavy cakey face tonight because I just don't. Another thing I love to do with my makeup, I am not a beauty blender kind of girl, but I do like, and I'm gonna put this up so I can get into my hairline a little bit. I do like to press it in. I just dab it and press it in. And if you use a beauty blender, you most likely do this anyway, but I feel like this has better coverage and you don't have to use so much product. This is something I learned last year. I really started working with makeup artists on my skin, and I was really cognizant, and I would study what they do as far as like how they apply the makeup, the steps they use, how they press it in, or if they rub it in. And so I learned a lot. So the makeup artists, they usually press it in and the coverage is phenomenal. Next, I am going in with my concealer. I am using the Sephora Best Skin Ever in the color 55N. I love this. I also love Urban Decay. That's an honorable mention. However, like if you're on a budget, this is great. It goes on really creamy. As you can see here, it's so creamy. And it's easy to apply as well. So I just put it here, and whatever I have left, I'll put over my eyebrows. I'm not going to draw on eyebrows tonight. I don't have it in me. Another thing I have learned throughout this self-love and acceptance journey is to know that I have a unique journey. Like, my journey on this earth is for me. It's not for anyone else. It's almost like tapping into that main character energy. And honestly, you have to. I am the main character, honestly. So we're gonna just intertwine the two. Learning that this journey is for you. So you really need to realize that the decisions you make should be based off your happiness and your success and your overall positive impact on this earth. Life is not a race. I feel like as women, we have this timeline, and I'm gonna be honest, I've always, even now I struggle with the timeline. For instance, like having a child, I'm 34, and so I told my husband, like, we need to have a kid this year. As women, we have this clock, and society has definitely been not helpful. I'll tell that. Society has not been helpful. Where we feel like we have to have this done, we have to have this job, we have to have kids, we have to be married, we have to be doing this at this certain time in our life, in this certain age, and it never ends. But one thing I will say that is very beautiful, and now that I'm getting older, I'm finally starting to tap into it and just understand it, is that it's not a race. When I feel like I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I'm not quite ready, I'm not gonna do it. Who cares what my mom says, or my job says, or whatever. If I'm not ready to do something, I'm not gonna do it, because if I do it, I'm not going to be 100% into it. And why force yourself to do something? If you feel like you're ready for certain things, whether it's marriage or kids or whatever, do it. I think that's amazing. I think it's awesome. However, if you feel like you are racing just for the sake of doing something, or you're comparing yourself to another person, or you see a situation and you're getting a little bit of FOMO or envy, slow down. This is your journey. This is your journey. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I definitely want more brightness today. The skin is skinning today. The skin is skinning. I have my Tarte palette. I don't know. I'm so torn. Maybe I'll do like a light brown. I don't know. I'm not a big eyeshadow girly, and I go through phases where I'm like, I want eyeshadow. Just a little bit. I always put a darker color at the end. I'm using this brown here just for the middle of my lid. And I am not an eyeshadow kind of girl, so don't come for me. It looks really good. It's not anything spectacular. All right, the brows, nothing spectacular here. Nothing spectacular. I actually like having like really thick brows. The next thing, I need you to forgive yourself. Look, forgive yourself. I was really hard on myself and just like, what, this should have happened, this could have happened, this would have happened if I would have done this. Forgive yourself. One thing I always tell myself and I tell my friends is, you did what you felt was best in that situation. I'm not saying what you did was okay, because I don't know what you did, but you felt in that moment, how you responded or reacted or didn't react or whatever happened, you felt like it was best for that situation. It's already happened. Forgive yourself. At least you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do in other situations. That's what I always say. At least I learned what I should do or what I shouldn't do. Maybe I should have done that. You know, I've done things where I'm like, ugh, probably shouldn't have done that. But you know what? It's already happened. You can always apologize, own up to what you've done. And to be honest, this is a hard pill to swallow for some of us. That person doesn't have to accept your apology. And you don't have to accept others' apologies. It's what you feel is best at that moment. Move on if the person doesn't want to accept it. Or if you're the person on the other side of it, if you don't want to accept it. But you move on. Forgive yourself. Life is short. I feel like we harbor and fester on things that have already passed way more than things that have happened in the future or in this current moment. We stew on things and it makes us upset, it gets us riled up. I get it. I used to do it, and honestly, at times I feel like I get caught up in it still, especially if I feel like someone has wronged me, but it is what it is. Mistakes happen. That's the beauty in life. That's the beauty of life. Mistakes happen, you live and you grow and you learn. When I blend, I go in this circular motion. And I use a softer foundation brush versus the harder one that I use for my concealer, foundations, things like that. This one is way more softer and I feel like it blends it a little bit more smoothly. I have my Rare, of course, with my little buff. This is the color Medium Deep. I absolutely love this. I have the product here. I dab it on my hand. Look at all that extra excess before I set it on my face. And I press it in so it can absorb. I just press it in. As such. And whatever I have left on my hand, I use that. So you're not wasting product. I hate wasting product. This stuff's expensive. The group chat is getting ready for Valentine's. I'm so excited. Yay, 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 yay. Have you ever written yourself a love letter? If you haven't, I want you to do that. That is so eye-opening. I want you to get some music going, get some wine or coffee, water, whatever you feel like. Set the mood and write yourself a love letter. It is one of the most healing, eye-opening things you can do. And it sounds corny, but once you get into it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Write yourself a love letter. There we go. I end up cutting these down because I don't want too much going on here. In your love letter, I want you to really take time to reflect on your achievements, the goals you have in your life, your experiences, what you want to experience this year. And if you don't know where to start, just make a list. Make a list of like, this is what I want to do. But I want you to really write that love letter with love and intention, and keep it with you. And I want you to save it, and then a year from now read it. That's how I really feel. Channel that inner dialogue and turn it into something positive. Turn it into something beautiful. So I challenge you, write a love letter to yourself. Going in with the Hydromaniac. This is about to be my second empty, like right after this. So I need a new blush. I'm actually going to try a new blush. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know, because I think it's time. I've been on the Hydromaniac train for almost 2 years now and I love it. But I think I'm gonna try something different. I am going crazy with the blush tonight. I wanna look very like flirty and cute. And the reason I love this Hydromaniac is because like, look at this glow. Like, look at that. It's so pretty, it's so glowy. I'm using this YSL. I love it. It's the color 99, Make Me Blush. Love it. I'm using this today for highlighter. This is a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. I actually got it at TJ Maxx. So TJ Maxx has some great finds. Don't knock it till you try it. Now going in with my favorite lip liner. I use this in every video. This is the Sephora and the color is Molasses. It's also known as number 17. It's great for any skin complexion. It really is. I do overline a little bit. See, you can tell. I do overline a little bit. I blend it in with my hands. I feel like it blends very beautifully that way. I'm gonna go for like a more brown red, almost like the color of my nails. This is the Fenty Fireproof. It's really pretty though. It's really pretty. I'm gonna try to do a little bit at a time. Whoa! I'm gonna darken it up a little bit with my lip liner. Now we are going to do this hair set. Another thing I want you to realize on this journey of self-love and self-acceptance is, especially during this time of Valentine's Day, you can be your own Valentine. You don't need some person to validate your worthiness of deserving chocolates and treats. Get yourself flowers. At least you know you'll like them. Get yourself your chocolates. Take yourself out on a date. We do not need someone else to show us happiness. You deserve flowers and chocolates every day. You can be your own Valentine every day. Romanticize you, accept yourself. And so if you don't take anything else from this conversation, is you better be your own Valentine every day. You better take yourself on dates or show yourself, as Lori Harvey says, you are the prize. Say it with me. You are the prize. Another thing is that you don't have to have love figured out. You don't have to put yourself on this timeline of like, I need to be in a relationship right now. I need to find a person right now. It's okay to be alone. Of course, I will say I love being married. I think it's great, but I've had some of the most eye-opening, fun, invigorating moments being alone, not being tied down to anyone. I've had the hardest times as well, but it was like a breakthrough as well. But you know what? I've been in relationships too, and I've had some really tough moments too, so it doesn't depend on the person, it depends on you. So I also want you to remember on this journey to just be okay with being alone. I feel from my own experiences, I always wanted to be with someone, and so I found myself after my 10-year relationship in like this crazy hamster wheel of relationships. And I always envision like, okay, this person didn't work out, but the next one will. And it's like, you know what? No, it's okay to date, whatever that means for you. Be safe, regardless of what you're doing. It's okay to explore. It's okay to figure things out, but do not rush. And it is just as important to be okay with being alone. You want your partner to enhance you. You don't want to be 50 and 50. I feel like a lot of people will disagree with me. I don't want someone to complete me. I want to be complete when they find me, so we can really build something and enhance each other and discover new things about each other. All right, so I am dressed. I'm gonna finish the look since my décolleté is out with this Tom Ford. It's like a body shimmer mist. And then I'm gonna use a clean brush and just that on my chest. How beautiful is that, guys? That's beautiful. So pretty. It's so cold in the Midwest, so hopefully I don't regret this outfit. But for the sake of photos, I don't think I will. And then we're gonna finish it off with a perfume. I want to say thank you to Lancome for this perfume. This is absolutely stunning, and I don't know if you can see, there is a little lock on it. So let me show you how we are going to open this. They sent this, and this is for the new perfume that they have. I am going to butcher this, so please don't come for me. Idole Power. Probably butchered that. But they have a sample here, and it says spray the perfume below to reveal your unlock code. How cool is that? So we're gonna take this off. So we're gonna spray it. It is 917. Oh my God, it smells so good. It is fruity, it is woody, it is floral. I definitely smell all three of those. It's very just romantic and just sensual. I unlocked it. So let's take it off. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm keeping that lock. We have our girl, Olivia Rodrigo. Wow. This is what the bottle looks like. Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I always put it at my ankles as well. We're gonna go a little crazy. So that is the look of today. I hope this conversation was really helpful for you. Please share your journey with me. If you need anything else from me, you know I'm always here. But with that, enjoy your Valentine's Day holiday for you, and every day is for you. You are the writer of your story. Also, thank you to Lancome for this, because we are all becoming the best versions of ourselves we can possibly be. So until next time, love and light, and I love you.